I'm Cardin.
Welcome back to Vietglish Food, and today we will be making Vietnamese comfort food.
Yes, usually you see me and Leena do a lot of food battling, a lot of food tasting, but starting today, we do some more cooking. For that occasion, I'm going to introduce a very good friend of ours, Trina.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Trina.
We are doing a very typical Vietnamese comfort food, sườn rim, which is caramelized pork, and then
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs. We call it sườn rim, right? And then canh bầu beef, or is it canh bầu only?
Canh bầu.
Canh bầu. And we're also doing canh bầu. How do you say it in English?
No, oppa.
Oppo.
Oppo. It's called oppo.
Like a phone.
This will be a collaboration from all of us. Let's do it.
Yes, exciting.
So when you buy the ribs from the supermarket, it comes in like a long stems or like a slab, depends on how they do it. But this is where you want to get the size to, like these. So we need to clean these, right? The best way to clean these, put it in the bowl, add in some salt, and soak it for about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so in the meantime, while you're soaking these, you want to start boiling the water because you want to be efficient. You know, you want to start cooking and all the meal finished within maximum 45 minutes. You want to boil the ribs in here so that way it removes all the impurity and all the gunk from the meat out before you do the caramelization. Okay, and after you soaking it, rinse it one more time. And that's it. You're waiting for the water to boil and drop it in. So you want to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Then once you put it in there, you let it cook for maybe like 5 minutes. See, you see all those gunk right there? Basically, that's what this process is for, to get all that stuff out. And then you wash it with cold water again.
While we're waiting for the water to boil, we're going to go ahead and prepare the shallots and the ginger. Mince the shallots. Take off the skin and finely chop the ginger.
Okay, we start with 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, so half a cup of shallot. Stir it up a little bit, and then half a cup of ginger. Okay, when you want to see it start to turn color, take this out. Put it back in. Half a cup of brown sugar going in first. I would say about 3 tablespoons of fish sauce here. Stir it up a little bit. Let it melt it. You can use any kind of coconut juice, but this one works best. But you can use any kind of coconut juice. Okay? And once it's melted, you want to dump this in. The reason why you do that is so that way the meat can soak in all that sugar as a first coat. Normally we wouldn't do this much of an amount, but we have so many mouths to feed here. So we left with no choice. I would do just maybe 1 or 2 pounds. 2 pounds would be more ideal. Once you get a good coat, you put this back in. Pop the can. So you want to have enough water, basically just to fill all the meat.
This is cocoa caramel syrup.
what they call the nuc mao, right? Too much of this would actually give the meat a little bitter taste. So you want to have just a little bit, 1 teaspoon. So to give it that really nice brown color. So the main thing is you just want to you move the meat around so that way it soaks up all the sauce, everything evenly. Pepper. Give it a good coat. You want to do about 2 teaspoons of the mushroom seasoning. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. It's okay to under salt right now because you can always add more later. And then we're going to cover it to make sure it's cooked. So we're covering it to make sure the meat is cooked. You might want to stir this every once in a while. So this is where you want to adjust your tasting, right? It's still going to be cooking down, right? So what you're tasting is not exactly how it's going to be. So you kind of give it a grain of salt of how it's going to taste like at the end. But you want it to be a little bit sweet enough, but yet still a little bit salty, right? So now, what you want to do is cook it down. So you want to turn the heat down a little bit. But here's the different part. You have to leave this open now, right? So that way, the liquid will evaporate. So that's how it becomes caramelization. Okay, that's the very important part is you have to lift this part out, the cap. So that way everything can evaporate. So you have this nice caramelization at the end when this dish is finished. And I would tell you guys when it's going to be like almost done. So we'll come back to this. So how do you know it's done? It's when you realize, you see the sugar separating from the fat, right? That's when you know it's done. That's when you know it has been separated, it has been caramelized. Another way to tell, you know for sure it's done, is look at the rim, how it's burnt, and only with clay pot you get that. So the clay pot is never supposed to be perfect looking, okay? Because it's perfectly looking, you haven't cooking it right. It's supposed to have crack, it's supposed to have character. Now it's done.
Supposed to have love.
Yes, yes. And when it's finished,
Hang on one second.
you put in some of this.
Can you do it again? Can I boomerang? Slow down.
Yeah, well,
slow
one
down,
second.
Cardin, because I need to get this on boomerang.
Right?
Oh, I do. All right, whenever you're ready. That was very sad.
And some pepper on top, just for the color. Whew.
Thank you, Cardin and Trina, so much for cooking these 2 dishes today. They were really good. I reaped the fruit of their hard work. We will definitely be seeing more of Trina. She'll be sharing more recipes in the future. Thank you so much for watching us. And if you enjoy this, again, please subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels. And until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.